What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're now at part 3. I've literally just got back from my parents and I went there to show them some 3D visualizers of what it looks like. So to give them more of that experience, which is really, really cool. And I'm sure I'll show you that in this episode today. And it's just such a surreal feeling at this stage. It's been such a productive day today, which I'm about to get into. But it's so cool to show them the 3D visuals of that, so they can experience, this is how I live, this is where I walk from here to the kitchen, from the bedroom, etc. And they have to pinch themselves sometimes to think, oh, this is actually happening. It's now weeks away and I'll generally be living there and this will be my dream home, my kitchen, etc. So it's an incredible feeling to do that. So I just popped there now, checked up on them, making sure they got everything, and yeah, I'm so happy. I said last time in part 2 that we're already started filming part 3, so you're going to see it's happening so fast now. I'm going to have to get these videos out on probably a weekly basis, so I'm glad you've been enjoying them. I really appreciate the support, you just joining me on this journey. This is like a once in a lifetime journey to look back on, so to share it with all of you people that are actually interested and care about this, and maybe you want to do this for yourself, I hope it inspires you to do so, because it's honestly the best feeling. Out of all goals I've achieved in my life, this by far is the most exciting. And it's not for me, it's for my parents. You know, when you have that deeper why and you want to do something bigger than yourself, it will push you beyond belief. But today also changed the office from the pool house over to the cabins. We've got a whole studio. I'll show you more about that. Things are moving fast. It's been a very productive day all in all, but let's take you around it. Let's take a look and you can see what's changed since then. So let's go. But we are at the annex, so you won't see too much have changed from the front just yet, because this will be like the last things, and the glass and everything like that, that'll be one of the last things that go in. But let's take a look inside. So as you can see, we've just got the plasterboard up now, which is decent, and not too much has happened this side, so you wouldn't have seen that much. You can just see up the top, we've got the pipe work in. So this is more about now just getting all the right feeds, getting all the electric work, all the cables in the right place. Appreciate all the comments, by the way, for the sofa. So what it's going to look like, I'm going to go with this option, so the one that's actually facing this way. So if you just visualize for a moment, sofa will be here, TV will be on the wall, so you can see the cables that are there already. And just, this is going to be really nice and cozy. So you have the TV, you have the electric fireplace. This is all going to be electric, and just the feel of it now is starting to come to life. So that's going to be really cool. So this is this part. This will be mainly for weeks to come. You'll see a much more bigger change. So this is just getting everything in place, air conditioning, all that kind of good stuff. But let's take a look at the other side. So I just need to turn on the light. Right, so that side, insulation, electrics, all boarded up, all that good stuff's done. You'll see that side of it come along nicely in the next couple of weeks. But this is how you walk through. So as you remember, the knock through, so now we're walking through. Let me give you an idea as to how that looks. So as you can see here, we've got this all boarded up. Before you saw it last time, it was literally, I think it was pretty bare, to be honest. And now you can see all of the stud walls are all being built. This is all looking good, and it gives you an idea of the space. So if I just back up ever so slightly and you imagine walking through. So now you walk through to the left, you're going to see all those big glass panels. There'll be one glass panel that will come through before the door to my mum's bedroom. And then that will kind of give all the natural light all the way through to this hallway. And then right at the back will be the toilet. So that gives that point of view. And then here, as you can see, this kind of indent, this is going to be the hallway cupboard. So really big. As you can see, this is for storage, and then you'll just see things like, I don't know, like a Dyson Hoover plugged in, like on the dock, and then like a mop, duster, whatever it may be. This is just a great area because it's almost unused space to have that extra space in the bedroom, because the bedroom's already big enough anyway. And then as you walk forward, you will then see the toilet here, and then we'll go to my dad's bedroom. But before we do that, let's go into my mum's. So as you can see here, that will be the full glass panels that we were speaking about. The view there is going to be unreal. Imagine, because the bed's going to be here, you'll be sleeping that way, you'll wake up in the morning. I was going to try and get around here, but you can't see it as much. But you'll be looking out at that. So you'll be looking at all the glass, the flower bed in front, everything's going to look super nice. And then here, those are the doors. One of the doors are already in, so nice oaky doors, giving it that nice color. So remember what I said, it's going to be more of a, you know, like grey, dove grey kind of kitchen with white granite or quartz. Haven't decided fully on that just yet, you know, finer details. And then these kind of oaky doors, I think that's going to give a lovely feel. So this indent that you can see here, those are the big inbuilt huge wardrobes with the shelves right at the top. The great thing I love about this is just how high the ceilings are. So once this is boarded up even still, it gives it such a bigger feel. So once the wardrobes are there, loads of good space, and then there'll be a chest of drawers here for just a bit of extra space. Then you'll have the wardrobes there, and then the ensuite. Look at that, that's gonna be lovely. So imagine all that space. If I just move out here, you'll have all of that glass, lovely walk through, loads of natural light, and then you'll walk through to here and be the ensuite. So this will all be done, tiled really nicely, and again, we'll probably have one of those big kind of like raindrop showers, which will be amazing. My mum's never had anything like that. So just having those kind of things is gonna be really, really nice. So now we're at the hallway. We can walk through to here. We will have a sliding door. You can already see the rails are already going in there, which are really nice. And that's just, this will probably stay open the whole time just because my mum can keep an eye on my dad. That will be good. And then this is where the doorway will be for the toilet. So this will all be here. At the beginning, it was kind of hard to, and I've got a lot of experience at this stage, especially with my brother, who's got the most experience, of course. It's hard to visualize sometimes when it's just a blank canvas. Like, you really have to get to grips with it and start to think, right, well, what is the space going to be used like? Because you just see the whole space and it's hard to picture it. So you have to use your imagination. Nearly tripping over everything, eh? Right, so as you can see, imagine this sliding door, right? We go through, and this is my dad's room. So this is gonna be, let's walk over here. So that is where the double wardrobes, again, built-in wardrobes are going to be. So all of his stuff will be there, everything that he needs, all in the right place. So yeah, so these are the wardrobes that will have everything there. He's got everything all stored for himself, and yeah, that's gonna be cool. And as you can imagine from here, so here is the bed. Imagine you're literally looking out this way, you've got all of that glass. He'll have the TV on the wall as well, so we can see over here, which is the cables. So this will be on just I need to find a bracket actually that is going to swing out enough. Otherwise, he'll be looking at the wrong sort of angle that might be aching for his neck. So I'll have this that kind of swings right out, and then it will just be angled down, and then he'll be able to see the TV. He's got everything there, and then he's got the lovely view of these glass French doors, and then he can be kind of, because he's in a hospital bed, he can be kind of wheeled out into the patio area. And if I think about it now, you know, he'll be going from almost looking at a wall on, you know, it's a 3-bedroom house where they are right now, but it's just upstairs, can't go anywhere, can't really get any fresh air apart from opening the window because he's bed bound. But because it's on wheels, I can kind of wheel him out and he can be in the patio area, just sit out in the sun with my mum. You know, like just very basic things that we would take for granted. That's what I'm most looking forward to, and the excitement on his face. Because normally he's a very happy person just with, even what he's gone through, he's very happy with just the bare basics. But to see this almost new spark of excitement, that he's like, do you know what? I'm really looking forward to it. And I can just tell, you know, he doesn't say too much because he can't, but I can just tell there's a lovely shift, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's part for my dad's room, and we'll have the sliding door, so everything will just be so accessible. That's what I'm looking forward to as well. It's just really nice, smooth. Hopefully me walking through has done it justice, that you can kind of see that. And as these things get boarded up as well, I'll take you through more of that. But ideally this has painted the picture for you that you can see visually what that looks like as well, and the 3D stuff as well. How cool is that when you see the 3D things and you can already see it giving such a clearer picture? I can literally imagine like summer evenings as to how this will be, just like having the option to be able to sit out the front, having the option to be able to sit out in the back, like a different view. Like the grounds here is lovely, especially in the summer as well. It's got this kind of like park-like vibe. And that's the other thing that I wanted. The other thing that I'm excited about, because, you know, I've been here for a year now, but for them to be able to experience that, you know, even when my sister comes and they sit here and have a coffee and catch up, and, you know, my nieces and nephew are here, you know, I've literally visualized all of it. And it just makes me think, like, even through this process, one of the main reasons why I wanted to share this with you is not just a document for me to look back on, but more so, how many of you have got these goals where you just think, right, oh, that would be nice to do, but you don't actually believe it? If this can inspire just one of you to be able to just think that you can make it happen and you can do it, then that's what I want. That's the kind of inspiration that I want you to take from this, because it's all possible. It just takes time, and rarely things happen at the time that you want it to happen. But as long as you believe, you just got this full faith in yourself, it doesn't matter if it takes a year, it doesn't matter if it takes 3, 5 years, as long as you've got something bigger than the goals that yourself, you will achieve so much more. I can promise you that, because the times when you feel like giving up, and the times when you feel like you have the self-doubt, or you get frustrated and you don't believe in yourself fully, that deeper why, because it's much bigger than you will push on and you'll stay later. You'll work more hours, you'll be more patient, and you'll make it happen. So I hope it's actually giving you a lot to think about and motivating you to get things done, because you can achieve a lot more when you've got a big enough reason. Right, so this is the little herb section, by the way, that I mentioned. So we're gonna have, these are not the ones in there right now, but there's so many that we can have, by the way. So we'll have like parsley, probably more parsley, because loves parsley, coriander, mint, basil. I'm naming a lot of herbs right now, but yeah, this will be a lovely area. She's gonna absolutely enjoy this. Again, just coming through the back door, straight to here. We'll get one of those little sets where she can cut the herbs, etc. Then the laundry room here. If you haven't seen part 2, by the way, this was more the surprise. So this is part 2 where she knows about this, but doesn't really know too much about this. So we're gonna have a full-on laundry room there where she's got everything in there and just more space. And I know she'll really enjoy that. Just being able to utilize the back doors, come through there. Yeah, it's gonna be a lovely flow. What I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, which is about the office. So it's been a very productive day, got so many different things. Lots of different hats today in terms of business, but I wouldn't have it any other way. We're approaching 10 past 10. We'll probably still be going to about midnight, maybe 1 a.m, depending on how we get things done. But previously had the office in the pool house area. So that is over there. That is now moved. So we've moved it over to the cabins, and that is where Falcon HQ is going to be, which I'm really looking forward to. But as of right now, we've basically put a studio in and moved everything over. It's just nice to have it over that space. I've got the internet in, which is going to be rapid, and just overall, it's just going to make everything flow so much more. 2021 is such a big year for us, and we've got so much in the works. We needed that space, and I'm going to make that area ready for the summer, exactly what it's meant to be, which I can't wait to show you that as well. But let's go check out the studio. Let's take a look. Right, so tiny bit of a glimpse, as I said about the studio. So moved everything over. This is just one part, this is just one set essentially. I'm gonna do a full studio tour. If you would like that type of episode, show you through everything. So I've got my trading set up. There's a lot in here. We've got aircon, heating, we've got a little kitchen going on. There's just loads of space. So this is something we've been wanting for a while, and HQ is gonna be over double the size of this. But as of right now, this is gonna be a very, very useful space for just all areas of business. Organization is just going to go through the roof, so looking forward to it. This part's not fully done yet, by the way, so we're going to get some shelves, books, all that kind of good stuff, and any input is always welcomed. But it's just really nice to just do this whole space, and yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing more with you about that. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, more of that walk around. See how fast things are going already. It's crazy to even think from part 1, part 2, part 3, it's like moving so fast. Part 4 is just going to move even quicker. So now things are getting boarded up, that insulation's in. All the things are moving forward, the walls are going up. I think it's going to change pretty fast. And I think in about maybe even 3 weeks from now, that's going to look so different. So if I capture that week by week, and especially we're getting more towards the summer period now, the weather's starting to change very nicely as well. It's going to look completely different around here. Honestly, this place from winter to summer, it's night and day. It looks so different, and it's got a different vibe, different atmosphere. It's almost like holiday sort of atmosphere in the summer. It really is, which I'll show you that when it gets to that. But hope you enjoyed the episode. Again, thanks for tuning in and watching these series. If you're just joining this for the first time and you're literally jumping into part 3, I encourage you to go through from part 1 all the way to part 3. You'll absolutely love it. And to look back on this when we get to maybe part 7 or part 8, who knows, but it's going to be fun. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you in the next episode.